Hey, Real Fam. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Glory. We've got one person joining already. Hey, you, whoever you are. Hello. Hope you're doing amazing on this amazing Friday. It's a Friday, guys. It's a Friday. We are lightening up. We are just appreciating a brand new day. We are just, allowing this day to just be the best. We already have a comment. Let me check out your comment. Listen, Guantabi, yebo, sila location, sila 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 yo. You know what? You make me wanna play the location song. But anyway, we don't want to be copyrighted. Hey Moyo, welcome. Hope you're having an amazing day. Listen, it's almost a midday, but my coffee, guys. Can you guys see how much I'm matching with my coffee? Like Khoshotakine coffee, a pink. That's how much I love this color. Anyway, hope you guys are having an amazing day. Happy Friday. You know what? It's a brand new day. It's a new day. It's a good day to have a good day. And like I usually say, make the most of today. And of course, if you're watching from Facebook, please put your name on the comment so that I know who you are. Unfortunately, I'm not going to see your face. Please let me know who you are. And let me give a shout out to one of our digital boss member, Vusi, King Vusi. It's his birthday today. So wherever you are, Vusi, happy birthday. May God bless you. May He increase you. May He add more and more blessings in your life. Awesome. All right. You know what? I'm wearing my old IL Designs t-shirt. I was hoping it could show, but yeah, clearly I'm too short. It's all good. Anyway, guys, how are you? How are you? Like, how are you guys? How are things going? How's work? How's life in general? How are you coping? You know, today I felt like we need to have this conversation just to find out how we are doing. You know, I know for a fact that there's some people that probably lost their jobs at some point, or their businesses are a bit slow. I mean, I'm a business owner, and I must say I've been very privileged to be able to have customers that buy into my services and all that. Oh, it's Solo. Hey, Solo, my fitness coach. Yes. You know, we've been singing location, Sila, so you can just do a dance for us so long. Solo can dance, guys. Solo can dance. And he usually thinks that I can dance better, but you know what? Anyway, hope you're doing good, my brother. It's good to have you here. Our digital boss. I mean, the fact that you're watching from there, it's an assurance that you're a digital boss. So, like I was saying, guys, like things have been rough, and for some people, it's been great. And as I was saying, that I've been privileged enough to still have my business going, still being able to have clients that buy into my work, still having clients that request savers. So it's just been a blessing. And even though we know that business does not always go the way we wish, sometimes other days are like, oh my word, like what's happening? Things are not just adding up, you know, things are just not going great, but still we keep moving. We find a way to just, better things and see things happen. So let's hear what more you have to say. Hectic. Been trying to balance school with this online learning and making a living at the same time. Story of my life. Story of my life. Oh, sorry guys, my nose. Story of my life, Moyo. I know what you're talking about. It can be a bit hectic having to juggle all of them, but you know what? It will all be worth it. It will all be worth it. Try doing whatever that you try keep doing what you've been doing, and just hang in there. I know. I've been there, man. I've been there. I've been in the point where I worked for university and I was studying at the same time, and on the other side I was just doing my side hustle and all that. So it really cannot be that easy, but the bigger goal, and the fact that the bigger goal, you keep moving, you keep continuing doing the best that you can. So all the best to you for that, and I'm hoping that you will, you know, achieve whatever that you want to achieve. So this is not basically a conversation where now I want to now dig into your closet just to find out what's happening, if you are doing great and everything. But it's for us to really have a conversation, and a straight conversation as to what's currently happening. We are aware that abantu bayagowisha, siyagowisha, we are like, siyagowisha, like there are days where you feel like, oh my word, what was I doing trying to run my business? Or you wake up every day, you go to work, and you're like, oh my word, do I really have to wake up and go to that company? Do I really have to wake up and keep working? So you ask yourself all sort of questions, but nevertheless, there is obviously a bigger purpose of why you are where you are and why God has placed you where you are. So I wanted us to just touch on that a little bit, and just to iron out the things that might be allowing us to just what stop being hopeful. English, ne? Like for us to not allow things that are stopping us to being hopeful. Like, I mean, challenges will always be there. Business challenges will always be there. There'll always be times when things don't go the way you wish for them to go. There will be times when you are in a dry season. So I want us to just touch on that, to say that it's okay if you find yourself not in the great space, but it's important for you to have a positive mindset nevertheless. And I don't want us to sound like we are really what is the word, condoning. Yeah, that's the word. I don't want us to be like we are condoning what the issue of not having certain things in your life, or the issue of not having the best life, or the issue of problems and everything. I'm not trying to condone it, but also what I'm saying is that let's make it a norm. Let's make it normal to just talk about these things, to talk about the challenges that we might go through. I mean, I could be speaking from a business perspective, and you could be out there as a business owner feeling the same way, feeling like, what, Ntabi, I'm going. I know what you're talking about. Last month it was not that great. I tried this and that, but it wasn't that great. And at some point I felt like giving up, but you know what? Because I don't have anything else to do, I kept going. So I think it's all about us empowering each other, motivating each other. That's why I'm checking. Hey, you, how are you? How are you doing? How are you really doing? And I'm glad to say that, what, in life, whatever situation that we come across, it is just temporary. Anything that is there in your life that is somehow not going right is not meant to stay, because I believe that God wants greater things for us, and even ourselves, we want the best things for ourselves. So the truth of the matter is, if we keep pushing ourselves, if we keep believing in ourselves, and we keep being hopeful and keep working on our crafts, we will still make it nevertheless. All right. So that's what I'm hoping that we are getting out of all of this. And let's talk about someone who has lost their job, or who got retrenched and everything. I mean, I know a couple of people that I know that are part of my life that got to be retrenched and they don't have a job anymore. And just to speak words of encouragement to that particular person who feels like, oh my word, I was, I was like, I was retrenched, and now I've got nothing to do. So that particular job, it was what I was, you know, what holding on to. This was exactly what I was hopeful on. And all my plans, I had put them on this particular job, on this particular opportunity. So now I am at a space where I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I never anticipated anything like this happening. And the truth is, life happens, and we can never anticipate what could happen. I mean, even right now, what we think is happening today, we never know that what tomorrow may bring. We'll never know that tomorrow Ramaphosa can decide to say no one is like we're going back to level, 5 or something like that. You'll never know. Something could happen. But apart from the issue of the pandemic and everything, we just need to be cautious about life, to say life can just bring something different, and you might have a mindset, or have an idea of how you have structured your life, but through your journey you find yourself experiencing things that you're wondering, like, oh my word, how did I get here? Why? I never planned for this. And in my language, ke Motswana, guys, ne? In my language, there's this saying that ditlamelano tsa pula di bankanya go sa le gale. So what that means is that you prepare yourselves ahead of time. You prepare yourself ahead of time. And that is something that is true. It's important to do that. But also I got to question that a little bit on other things, not on everything. It's still valid, it's still relevant, but I still question a lot of things, especially when we find ourselves in situation where we don't have control over, even if you think you have planned your stuff or your life around. Because I mean, if you have planned that, okay, I'm gonna get a job for like a contract of a year, or if you're in a business, you like, I'm gonna have a client that I have a contract with for like 2 years or 3 years, and I'm going to make sure that that client, I make sure that they are happy, and with the contract, the agreement that we have, I'm going to make sure that I achieve 1, 2, 3 with the payout from that particular project or long contract that you have. And then what happens is that you find yourself now in a position where, I mean, the company cannot continue because it's a pandemic, it's 1, 2, 3, and all of that. I mean, I, for one, I was even engaging with the owner of that security company. It's a security company for mines, yeah, at a mining company. So the other day I was having a conversation. I'm having my coffee, guys, Stone. So the other day I was having a conversation with him, the owner, just to find out, like, oh, what's happening, are we still going to be in business and all of that. And you can see that things are still taking, things are still not that great. The struggle is real. Businesses had to cut out on certain things, and he's still trying to figure out. He's like, no, I'll come back to you, we're still going to continue work and all that. So basically what I'm saying is that no matter how much you can prepare, just have an open mindset that in life you might find yourself in situations where you will need to now pull up even that longest sock that you have already, that you had pulled up. You'll need to pull it up even more. And coming to my second point, how do you pull up your success? How do you better your situation, even in times where you can see that things are not going that great and all that? So it's important for us to have an open mindset. And having an open mindset, what I basically mean is that we are not incapable. We are basically capable of doing whatever it takes for us to survive, and not just necessarily survival, but for us to win. I don't believe that we were born failures. I don't believe that we started not to finish, like we started just to quit. I do not think so. And I feel like if you find yourself in situations where I'm forced to come up with another plan and all of that. Come up with that plan. Come up with that plan. And don't stress yourself much about the fact that it means that you have to start all over and all of that. Think of ways to better yourself. Think of ways to do things better. I mean, if you got to now work for a company and you were asked to just work for 2 days or 3 days as opposed to having to work like the whole week like you used to, and they say you're gonna work just for 3 days and you're gonna work for like 3 hours in a day. That's how much we can afford. So when you find yourself in such situation, do not feel like, oh my word, like what's next, or just stress and feel like this won't be enough and everything. Do something. Do something. I mean, start a business if you have to. And I always say this, guys, you know what? We think sometimes we think that starting a business is something that you have to go and study for. I mean, I'll make a typical example. Think about these guys who are street vendors who keep selling cool times on the streets. Ne? I'm just making an example. I'm not saying go and sell cool times, okay? But I'm just making an example. Imagine those guys that sell the cool times. A guy decides, it's just that the other ones that are there, what I don't like is that some will not bath and all that, but you find those ones. I know a few that a guy will be looking fine and you can see that this person woke up in the morning and they took a bath. They're okay, they're decent, they're not wearing the best clothes, whatever, but they're decent, and then they're selling, they are clean, because you are even selling something that a person is going to consume and eat. So it's always better if hygienically you're okay. So I would consider buying to that type of person. And sometimes it's an issue of, it's not like I'm judging the other ones, but like I also feel for my hygiene to say, but make a plan. The fact that you can have you can be able to buy those cool times. I mean, if I remember correctly, and this is when I was even still at school, I would like to believe that the price is still similar, because the cool time now you can buy for 3 rand or something. And I know that the big bag of cool times, you would buy it for like 10 rand, and then you get how many? Was it 20 inside or something like that? I think you could get a profit of 10 rand more or something like that. Was it 10 rand or 20 rand? Somewhere there, depending on how much you sell it. So what I'm trying to say is that the fact that you can be able to buy that and go sell it, and even if you don't have a home or whatever, and this is not me judging guys or something like that, and maybe I might be speaking like this from a privileged side of not having had experience being a street kid or whatever, but that thing of just washing your t-shirt and just buying soap nyana, something nyana, just you go to the public toilets just to freshen up, something like that, because you are selling. You also want to make a living. You also want people to buy into what you're doing. So yeah, let me not dwell much into that example, but that's basically what I'm saying. We often think that having a business means that you need to have a certain business skills or whatever. Sometimes when things are rough, you see an opportunity to do something, and then you jump on it. You jump on it and you make it work. You make it work. And sometimes seeing an opportunity is not based on just the frustration that you're going through and everything, but it can also be inspired or influenced by the fact that you actually need money. And the fact that you need money, it means that you need to do something. You need to hustle. You need to find ways to make money. And for some ladies is by doing nails. I mean, like for myself, I just started selling earrings now because I feel like I need another form of income in my business. If my business is not doing that great, I know for a fact that there's something else that is bringing money on the table, And we think also that when you want to start a business or do something, you want to start with something that is huge, something that is big and all of that. I mean, you got to start somewhere. You have got to start somewhere. In my opinion, you've got to start somewhere. So you cannot expect things to just, you can't expect dilo tsa hao di run. You can't expect go popa and everything going all smooth if you haven't put an effort. I mean, you've got a lot of people that are distributors, that are resellers from, your Avon, from your Herbalife, from whatever. Sometimes, there are those people that will be like, oh, you know what? Every time you want to sell me this and all of that. And those people are busy working and making money. And you're looking at them, you're like, I would never do that and all that. Yet there's nothing that is happening in your life. So I want us to change our mindset in terms of thinking that there are no opportunities out there. There's so much opportunities that are out there. There's so much that you can do. There's so much that you can work on. There's so much that you can somehow invest in. And you also need to think, beyond the box, because if you're just thinking of, oh my word, I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm hoping to just wait and get that job. While you wait and to get that job, while you're busy applying, do something. Do something. Do something. Find something that you can do that will bring you income. Or maybe if at the time you feel like, hey, you know what, I need to upskill myself on certain things, do that. Invest in that. Because some people think that just sitting and all of that, or investing in like a course or something, would just delay you or something. It's not always the case. It's not always the case. You'll never know. After completing that course, you actually get a post, or even the same post that you have been applying for, you realize that they want that additional skill, and then they see that you have it, and it even opens up more opportunities for you in the company. So we really should think beyond our problems. We really need to think beyond what we're going through. We need to think beyond the struggle that is happening. I for one, let me have a sip. Pella, the weather is cold, so it's important for us to have a hot beverages, okay? Hot bev, darlings, hot bev. Um, I'm not sure what they were typing there. Moyo, yeah, I'm throwing bombs, Moyo. I'm throwing bombs, my friend. Yeah, bombshell, bombshell, bombshell. So yeah, like I was saying, um, we should not really think negatively so. So we should not think negatively so, but we should think and just be positive. Have a positive mindset. Have a positive mindset. I've got to a level in my life where I stopped, or well, I'm still working on it, but I need to stop talking about too much of my struggle or what I've been through. I feel like telling my story about my background, it somehow helps someone to deal with something that they might be going through, or it help that person who is going through the same thing to have a bit of hope. I get that, but I think I'm going to choose where to talk about that. And I think, like for example, when I do my motivational talks or sanitary towels drives, I normally do it at like disadvantaged schools and everything. I think in those type of areas, someone who's from a village who can relate more, I can do that more. And this is not because I feel like it's overrated, but the more you speak about the things that did not go right in your life, or the sad things, or the little bit of poverty that you've experienced, it's like you get to be content at some point to say, hey, this is a struggle that I've went through in my life. So you know what? I'm still gonna have to work to get to where I want. So we need to shift our mindset. We need to have a winning mindset. I believe that we deserve to have money. I believe that we deserve to have a good life, soft life. And soft life, I don't mean for you to go and buy a Lamborghini tomorrow and everything. A soft life, I mean for you to be able to just wake up and decide, you know what, today I just want to take my family somewhere, or today I just want to do one, two, three, I just want to get into a garage, take my car, go somewhere, something like that. It shouldn't necessarily be an issue of having like, luxurious stuff and everything. That could also be, but I'm just saying, just living a happy life, a life that you are comfortable with, a life that you are able to just afford anything that you want. We deserve that, and I believe that we can get that. And money attracts money. If you have a winning mindset, and if you are hungry for something, you're gonna attract that. I mean, the fact that we can attract, if maybe you engage a lot with negative people, you end up just being like them. So if you can associate yourself, or even associate your mindset with winners, people that are doing great, people that are hungry, it's very important to associate yourself with someone who has a purpose in life, who has a direction as to where they want to go, not just a person who just wakes up and they don't have an idea of what they want. I mean, I was meditating this morning. I was meditating. I mean, my husband and I, we have our own home. But like, as I was meditating, I was seeing this amazing house. I was envisioning it. And I could envision myself, that glass door, that, nice garden, like white walls, like a beautiful house. I could imagine that. So what I'm trying to say to you is that the fact that you might have what you have right now. I mean, I'm grateful. Like, guys, I'm super grateful for the home that I have, for just looking around and looking at whatever that I have. I am grateful. And thinking of the fact that my family has a home, like my parents are living in a house that is, like they have a roof. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of that. But I'm not stopping in terms of dreaming or wanting the best that for me, and something that makes me feel great. Because I feel like I'm seeing that big home. I'm seeing that big beautiful home. And this is something that I want for myself. So for me to get there, I need to attract it. The other day, I spoke to this other lady. Her name is Amasha. She's like a friend of mine. Amasha was saying that, even if you want to stay at a particular place or area, sometimes decide to just go and jog around that area, just to inspire yourself being in that space. Go there and just, somehow push yourself, have that baba boom being in that space, so that you can get inspired to do more. So that's where I am as well. I feel like for me to keep being inspired, I need to keep doing things that will bring money to the table. I need to keep working on my craft. I need to keep working on the things that will get me to where I want to be. So this is a message that I'm also giving to you. Keep working on the things that you want, regardless of a situation that you might find yourself in, regardless of the fact that, work is not that great, or you're not any more than you used to and everything. Hey, good rap, but do something. Make a plan. Do not sit on your idea. The fact that you have a phone, you even watching this video, you even have the data to be here for the entire 30 minutes, because that's how long this video is going to be, for the entire 30 minutes. It means that you can invest some time into looking at things that you can do that can help you to bring money and to put food on your table, and for you to work on investing and something like that. I mean, guys, I see, a couple of guys, like the other one is Elvin Sambo. Elvin Sambo has a channel. He speaks about how to save, like even to save from like 10 cents. I'm telling you, even 10 cents, 1 rand or 10 cents, something like that. Those small things, I feel like we have information around us. We've got so much knowledge around us. You've got people like Ntabi who will help you or somehow empower you to keep moving and to just have that positive mindset. You have the Sambos who will guide you in terms of how you can save and all of that. So it is not all bad. Let me just say that it is not all bad. Whatever that you might be going through now, it is not all bad. Okay, so be okay. I asked you, how are you? But all I'm saying is that be okay. This too shall pass. Whatever that you're going through is not going to last forever. This too shall pass. So you're going to be okay. Just work on yourself. Just believe that tomorrow is going to be a better day. That's it. If it's your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So with that said, I love you always. And this is me signing out. And yeah, take care, keep safe, and know that I love you so much. Until the next video or live, bye for now.